Hey everybody, back again with another video. I just need to say right now that this video is technically its own thing, but it's very much a part two to my previous video that I posted yesterday as of making this video. So you need to go watch that other video, which will be in the description. It will be in the pinned comment. You have to go look at that video in order to know what the point of this video is. So I laid out a little bit of I gave you guys some inaccurate information yesterday in the previous video regarding the Willy's Wonderland January 2nd, 2020 script. This is a complete mistake on my end. We just didn't realize this until my last video was already posted with that information out there. So I'm making this video to correct that information. I don't want to spread misinfo to you guys. We messed up the dates on these scripts. It's really important that when archiving lost media or not readily available media, that's stuff that's not necessarily public, whenever we're going and we're doing this stuff, it's important to make sure dates are correct and that we're telling you guys the right stuff. And we messed up the dates. So basically, my last video, I said that we finally got the lost 2020 final script for Willy's Wonderland. We knew the last of the scripts ever made were in 2020 when they filmed the movie. Obviously, they don't go anywhere beyond 2020. But the problem is that script that we got archived, that Geo Parsons, the creator of Willy's Wonderland, that script that he sent us is dated January 2nd, 2020. And the script that there's another script separate than this that we thought was the same script, basically. So I mentioned how this 2020 script showed up on eBay and someone bought it. I mentioned that a couple times in this video, and I have another whole entire video that's just about that script on eBay. We thought that script was the physical version of the digital version we just got from Geo Parsons dated January 2nd, 2020. It turns out this other script from the eBay listing is dated January 27th, 2020 and is called the Blue script. So these are two completely separate scripts from each other. And when it comes to the details within them, I'm sure there's some stuff that's different in them. There's scenes that may be removed or still included. It depends, but this is technically a separate script that potentially has a lot of other details. And another thing I mentioned in the previous videos, which I also have a whole separate video on, which is now very outdated, which I will also include in the description and stuff, is that we got this script at one point. I mentioned that me and It's Hot in Hollywood, we worked together to get the final shooting script of Willy's out there where people could read it, and then it got mysteriously taken down for copyright reasons. And ever since then, it's been a fight to get it put back online. And that's what we thought we did when we posted the January 2nd, 2020 script. But now, after looking at the thumbnail of my video, that's when it dawned on me that, again, because that file got taken down online, we can't view it anymore, so all the links to it are invalid and stuff. But this is the only screenshot I have left, is what's shown in this thumbnail. So weirdly enough, they're still calling the movie Willy's Wonderland, even though this script it technically is dated after the January 2nd script, where it's called Willy's Wonderland. And then of course there's the 2019 dated script before both of these that's also titled Willy's Wonderland. So that's a weird inconsistency kind of thing. But that's the thing, when I saw that thumbnail, that's when it dawned on me that the script that we got from It's Hot in Hollywood that time, before it got taken down, that was this blue script. That was the January 27th script that is on eBay, or was on eBay, I meant to say. The one that got purchased by seemingly a private collector, because we haven't heard anything about who got this, and whoever bought it, they probably have it by now, and they have not digitized it and put it online. So we're probably not gonna see this. So I don't have any negative feelings towards the person who bought it. I don't even know them. It's nothing personal. But damn it, I wish that you digitized that script for us, because this is that script is like one of probably only 3 existing scripts that we know of, and it would just be cool to have all of them for archival purposes. Lost media is a big deal. It's nice to have this stuff public, so this is a big deal to get these scripts. And I'm still so thankful that Geo Parsons gave us that January 2nd script. This video doesn't take away from any of that stuff. We are still very appreciative of all that kind of stuff, but I just needed to clarify in this video that information surrounding the dates and the scripts is inaccurate in the previous video, and I'm so sorry for that. What do you call it? Like a miscite? I messed up, and I didn't realize the dates were different, and that there's technically 2 different scripts out there that are both dated 2020. But because they're both dated 2020, we thought they were the same script, because we failed to look at the dates a little closer. When the January 27th script got taken down, obviously since it's taken down, we couldn't go back to look at the date on that to compare it to the January 2nd script we just got. So we didn't have that on hand, and the eBay listing that it was in had ended, and somehow during all that time we never checked. We never really thought much about it. You know what I mean? Like, Geo just sent us the script. We asked for the final shooting script, and he said, yes, here it is, here you go. So we were so excited about that, we didn't actually look at the date to compare it to the one that was in the eBay listing. And again, it makes perfect sense now because it's called the blue script, and on the front page it says the blue script. It's printed on the page. You know, the file that Geo Parsons sent us that's dated January 2nd does not say that. That should have been our first clue, but we have not realized that. So in other words, the search goes on for the final movie script, because technically, even though it's dated 2020 and it's pretty much the same as the final movie, technically the January 2nd script is not the final script that was on the set, that was printed out physically, that was in hand, that the movie we got is based on. Technically, there is a separate script out there that potentially has different details and things altered and changed, and we don't have that script, but somebody out there does have that script physically. Both of these scripts are 25 days apart, and that's somewhat of a big deal, considering, again, technically the 127 script is the final script. We've never heard of any other scripts that went beyond that date. This should be the final one. But as of now, like, we just have to wait. Maybe eventually, hopefully, we can get our hands on that script in some way where we can post a digital file, and we'll have all 3 of those scripts out to you. And when that happens, expect a video on it, of course. This will be the place to get that news from. This will be the channel that you hear that from. And again, there will also be a link to the Willy's Wonderland Discord server that I am in. That will be in the description. As always, it's important to join that if you're interested in Willy's news and stuff like that, because chances are any investigating or any like lost media searching that we do, it's gonna happen in that server. So the quickest way to get info like that's gonna be in that server. And then when all that goes down and it's happened and we potentially get that script and things like that happen, then that's when I do the video about it. So if you want like info as quick as possible, join the Discord server. And even regardless of that news stuff, you know, that channel, or I mean that server is not for my YouTube channel. It's just for Willy's Wonderland fans to talk. It is full of events and awesome people, tons of stuff. So please join that server. It's super fun. If you just want to talk about the movie, there's your chance. If you don't want to get involved in a community like that, then that's fine. Always feel free to leave comments on my community posts or on my videos, and you know, start up Willy's Wonderland discussion in the comments and whatnot instead, if you would prefer to stay out of public online chat rooms and stuff. But yeah, again, I apologize to everybody for the inaccurate information in the last video. Still go watch that last video. There's still a ton of info in that is still not outdated. It is accurate information. But I wanted to just clarify things in this video and update stuff a little bit a day after the fact. So keep an eye out on the channel, keep an eye out in the Discord server, because we may eventually get that blue script publicly posted, and then we will be able to compare and contrast the January 2nd and the January 27th scripts and see what changed. So, you know, that's a thing. So yeah, in the meantime, thank you for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye.